Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to arrange this week's beautiful bunch called Hubba Bubba because of all the wonderful colours in the arrangement, and then I'm going to show you how to create one whopper of an arrangement using your new arrangement here and last week's bunch, which is now fully bloomed, and I'm going to arrange it into the hurricane vase, which is on our shop and is perfect for whopping huge arrangements. But if you haven't got that, then you can use the Freddy's classic vase, which you may have as well. First of all, remember to use your lovely flower foods, room temperature water, and make sure to snip an inch off the end of all your stems, which I've already done, but a little bit like that. To arrange this bunch, I'm going to start with my blooms, and I'm going to put them evenly around the edge of the vase. Make sure to snip off any little loose stems or lower leaves like that. We should have done it all for you, but there may be a few stragglers. So I'm going to arrange these evenly around the edge, and then I'm going to face my alstroemeria opposite each other. Alstroemeria lasts for weeks, is a wonderful flower, and this is a variety called Charmelia Pink. So I'm going to face these opposite each other. And now for the first time ever, we've got this wonderful flower called sedum in your arrangement, which is looking very, very small for this video, and that's because it is so seasonal. When I'm making this video, it isn't quite in season yet, but it will be a little bit larger than this, and it grows wildly in the garden and looks lovely. So I'm now going to face these opposite each other, and what I'm doing is creating this lovely grid in the middle, and I'm working from the outside in with my taller flowers. So now I've got some beautiful solidago, which is nice and fluffy and adds a wonderful texture to the bunch. And using my stem grid, I'm going to try and stand this up a little more centrally, and it's just going to fill out the middle. Over a few days, this slowly pops open into a beautiful yellow flower, which is really lovely. And then I've got my nice fragile lisianthus, which is very, very delicate, so do be careful. Again, using the other stems, I'm going to stand these up a little more centrally on either side of the solidago, and I can stand that up because of the grid. And then I'm going to finish with my magnificent gladioli, which I have here, perfectly in season. It's a lovely green colour, and you know, I love gladioli. It's a very summery flower, very, very special. And I'm just going to create an even triangle and stand that up in the middle as well. What I love about this hurricane vase is it works very well for flaring your flowers out, so it gives a really nice shape to the arrangement. So here's the arrangement looking fabulous, and then here's what it will look like in about a week once everything is opened in the classic Freddy's vase. So gladioli is open, looking really great, and it's just a lovely summery arrangement. So now what I'm going to do is show you how to combine last week's arrangement into one mega whopper of an arrangement using the hurricane vase. So here is last week's looking nice and open, and all I'm going to do is take out the stems from last week's and lay them out on the table. What's quite nice to do at this point is to remove some of the pollen as well, to stop it falling on the table. So to do that, you just get some tissue paper and you can just carefully pluck it out like that, and the lily won't be offended at all. So now I've got my hurricane vase in the middle of the table, and it's now just a case of building up into this vase, and we will create a magnificent arrangement. You only want to do this if the colours work, and I think the colour combinations are great in this one. I'm going to start quite simply by putting my lilies on opposite each other in the vase, and then my other lily here, snip off, it's a bit less than a quarter, like that, and just tuck it over the edge, creating a sort of lily nest. And now with my gladioli, I'm gonna take my gladioli, I'm actually gonna take off some of the lower flowers, which you can just do by carefully removing like that, because that means you've got a bit more room for it to go into the middle of the arrangement. And also it gives more power to the top of the flower, meaning the top flowers will open. So I'm going to do that with all my gladioli and then just put them into the middle as well. And you can now just dot these throughout. You've got a nice stem grid, so everything will stand up quite easily. This one has got no lower flowers, so I'll just pop that in. I'm going to go into the middle too. Then my bullet alliums, which have grown considerably since last week. They were much, much smaller. Again, I can just dot these throughout now. It's getting a little bit tall, this arrangement, so I'll stand on tiptoes. And again, just popping them throughout, but we're just creating one massive arrangement. And then the soft ruscus, I just want to strip off some of these lower leaves so that it's got plenty of stem to go in, and that is just going to go bang in the middle, and you can kind of let it fall out in any direction you fancy. So here we go, one mega whopper of an arrangement, which is your fresh delivery that's arrived this week and last week's open bunch combined together into the hurricane vase, looking really very splendid. Why not give it a go? Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.